From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. Happy MLK Day. Today is going to be another gloomy day out there, and we'll have more of that through 4 p.m. on Tuesday at least. Now, this air stagnation pattern could get extended beyond that. High temperatures staying in the 30s through Saturday, and shower chances perhaps returning for this weekend, although for now those are looking like low-end chances. Right now you're taking a live look at Kennewick. This view coming courtesy of the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. Not seeing much out there for this morning. And the past couple days we haven't had nearly as much fog as the inversion layer has been much higher. What does that mean? Well, it means we're trapped beneath the inversion layer, so we're trapped beneath that cloud layer, i.e. it's cloudy all throughout the day. Temperatures out there are in the 20s and 30s, even seeing some teens. Some of the first teens we've seen this season, at least in the mountains, at least for the Blues. Okay, here's your hourly forecast for this Monday for the Tri-Cities. We're going to have clouds all throughout the day. High temperatures are going to struggle to make it out of the mid-30s. So for today, for lower elevations, 30s and 40s, pretty normal stuff for this time of the year, but could have some more air stagnation as the week goes on. We'll talk about that. I'll have an update on air quality coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a neighborhood meeting in Kennewick sparks debate over safety as tensions rise over the registered sex offender group home set to open. Our crews were there, and we have what residents as well as school officials have to say. And police taking a convicted felon into custody after a dispute involving a gun. Coming up, what police say led to SWAT assistance and the additional charges that could be brought on by one search warrant. Also ahead, Pasco City Council is reviewing a major development project, but legal restraints could shape the final call. We'll take you inside Pasco City Hall ahead of this week's much-awaited decision. All the details are on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Monday, January 19th. We're going to start your top stories off, and we're starting with an Apple Valley News Now exclusive, as Kennewick School District officials are addressing concerns regarding the proposed group home set for level 3 sex offenders, which will be located near schools and a church. Neighbors have voiced strong opposition, and the home's operator is speaking out. Our team attended last week's community meeting, and this morning on Good Morning Northwest, we're bringing you the full story.
Being directly next door, I have 2 daughters.
New questions, new concerns, all surfacing during a packed community meeting in Kennewick on Thursday night.
But level 3 basically means there's a 77% chance that they're more likely to reoffend.
Residents pressing for answers about a proposed group home for level 3 sex offenders.
But we've lived in that house since 1972.
You're telling me that since Tuesday you have not been able to sleep?
No, I haven't been able to sleep. We've put all of these years into this area, and it's going to be destroyed.
More than 100 people filled a meeting room at the Kennewick Library on Union Street, many saying they felt blindsided by the proposal and worried about safety in their neighborhood and along school walking routes.
Thank you all for coming. We have a group of folks who have been freaking out.
During the meeting, residents raised concerns about how the home would be supervised, how many people could live there, and what oversight would be in place once the home becomes operational.
That is a possibility. There could be more lockdowns. Absolutely.
Send an email.
I hope not. I hope not.
As you see up here, we have our camera system, so I can always see what people are doing. I also have this on my phone.
Joe Field, who opened the same kind of home in Walla Walla back in 2017, addressed those concerns with me on Wednesday.
As you see on the TV, we see how there's things they can't watch.
He gave me a tour of what it's like inside that home.
Law says you have to be where resources are in a bus line.
We did some digging and realized the Kennewick home is not in Joe Field's name. Field tells us it is in his silent business partner's name. If laws were to change and you were able to put something like this out in Findlay, for example, would you do that?
I mean, would I move? If it was the right house, it has to be the right. Yeah, of course.
In our neighborhood alone, there are 40 children that live there. not to mention the 103 grandchildren. And then also in our area alone, there's 40 seniors that live in that area. So this is not just children that could be at risk here.
Republican candidate for Congress in District 4, Jared Sessler, was one of those speakers.
These sex offenders are taking up about $30,000 to $35,000 per month of our tax dollars to house them somewhere. Why does it have to be in a community right next to an elementary school?
Current state lawmakers are also weighing in. Representative April Connor said she, along with Representative Barnard and Senator Banky, is in direct contact with the Department of Social and Health Services and is working on potential changes to state law.
Because if they are successful in doing this, it's not going away. You're not going to get it taken out. So we have to take a stand now.
Late Friday morning, the Kennewick School District sent out this message to families saying there are currently no changes to school operations or walking routes, but confirming officials are communicating with law enforcement and city leaders and urging families to review safety plans with their children.
We're going to need as much possible help as we possibly can.
Field says the home would operate within the law and under heavy supervision.
We have 24 cameras, very high tech. I'm actually putting another fence in the backyard, and they get polygraphed all the time. The guys will never be allowed in the front yard. They're all chaperoned. There's going to be, 24/7, there'll be staff. I'm an open door, so if neighbors want to come talk to me, come talk to me. I don't have to tell anybody what I'm doing. It's a legal thing and I can do it, and I could have just said, you know what, you guys, I don't need to tell anybody. I didn't need to tell the chief, city manager. All I needed was a business license, check the zoning laws, and I could have just done it and not told a single soul, and you guys just could deal with it.
He also brought up recidivism rates.
Nobody's ever reoffended but 2 people. And one was a child pornography case, if I remember correctly, and the other one was a resident on resident.
Despite the explanations, many residents at the meeting said they remain concerned and will keep fighting.
And our property values will go down too.
A task force has also been created, and Kennewick police say anyone with safety concerns should report them directly, and district officials say updates will be shared with families as more information becomes available. 5:07, and moving now to a crime alert where a Kennewick man is in custody this morning after a firearm was involved in a Friday morning disturbance. Officers responded just before 9 a.m. to the 400 block of South Rainier Street where 2 men were arguing. Police say 38-year-old Randy Simiano displayed a gun during the dispute, and when officers arrived, the other man exited safely, but Simiano refused to comply with commands. Officers used less lethal pepper ball rounds before taking him into custody. No one was injured during the incident.
Obviously, every call is different. Officers respond to all kinds of different incidents, and if officers are giving clear instructions and lawful commands so that we're investigating an incident, we just ask that people follow them for their safety and our safety.
Investigators later found that Simiano is a convicted felon. A search warrant at his home later recovered 2 firearms. After being medically cleared at a local hospital, he was booked into jail, and he faces multiple charges, including unlawful possession of a firearm, obstructing a public servant, and resisting arrest. Additional felony charges are still under review by the Benton County Prosecutor's Office. Taking you now to Pasco, where city council members got a first look at a major rezoning proposal, but were reminded this is a legal decision, not a political one. During last week's city council workshop, members reviewed the Wilson Estates project, a proposed North End development project. The proposal already went before Pasco's independent hearing examiner back in November, so no new testimony or evidence can be added. Council members must base their decision this week on the existing record and follow city code. Officials also reminded councilors to follow the appearance of fairness rules, avoid off-the-record discussions, and disclose any potential conflicts before making their decision.
We are, generally speaking, are the legislative body of the city, but we kind of have to take that hat off for this and put on this quasi-judicial hat and really just kind of making a legal judgment on the item rather than kind of a political legislative process.
The closed record quasi-judicial hearing and final counsel decision are scheduled sometime this week. And of course, we will be following this closely and will continue to bring you updates as the story develops. And keep it here, because coming up next, it's time to introduce you to our latest Volunteers Count winner. We'll meet Camo Dave with Camo Dave Ministry. More on him after the break. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. Because at Schweitzer, your best day can start in the village or at the summit and everywhere in between. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
January is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. Early stage cervical cancer can have no symptoms, so start getting tested at age 25. More at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
From our family at Bruce Heating and Air, New Year's isn't just a day, it's a moment of magic, reflection, and hope. Another year to bring comfort and care to the community we cherish most.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Okay, bye.
I met a cute poodle outside.
Oh, really?
She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free. That can't be true.
Sure it is. When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free.
Free?
Yeah. You don't pay us a penny unless we win for you.
That's doggone crazy.
Hello? Yeah, sure. That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. A place where the views are as good as the company. And the skiing is as electric as the experience. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
Special Agent Will Trent.
This killer's underestimating you. Good. They won't even see you coming.
What now? We get him.
A sledding adventure. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this morning's temperatures. And we start off in the Cascades, where we're all in the 20s, and we'll take you in a little bit closer in Kittitas County to the Kittitas Valley. We're seeing temperatures that are in the mid-20s. Then for the Yakima Valley, low 30s out there for this morning, so exclusively below freezing for the Yakima Valley and for the Kittitas Valley. And we're pretty close to that freezing threshold in the lower Columbia Basin. Remember, the freezing threshold is 32 degrees, so right around that. Then for the Blue Foothills, we're seeing some teens, we're seeing some 20s, we're seeing some 30s, 18 degrees for Pilot Rock, 29 for Pendleton, and a couple of 30s for Milton, Freewater, and Walla Walla. And then for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains, mostly down into the teens, low 20s there for Tollgate, but it's close enough. Okay, we will continue to have cloudy days with some tough, well, not tough, but air quality that could be reduced through 4 p.m. on Tuesday at least. Now, that pattern could be extended out by another couple days or so. And you see the air quality for now, just seeing some moderate reductions in air quality. So nothing tough out there, but the air stagnation advisory runs through 4 p.m. on Tuesday. So if you have a pre-existing respiratory illness, consult your physician's advice. Outdoor burning, we continue to highly recommend against doing that. And it does look like maybe this pattern could break up as we head into the weekend, maybe some shower chances in the mix. So we'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
And making a difference now this morning, it's time to introduce you to our latest winner of our Volunteers Count contest.
He goes by Camo Dave, and he started Camo Dave Ministry. He was nominated by his daughter, Carissa. I, along with our sponsors at STCU, got to surprise him with a $1,000 check to go towards his organization. So here's a look at that surprise and more on what his organization does.
Hi, Dave. You are the winner of our Volunteers Count contest. Marissa here nominated you, and you just won $1,000 for your organization. Woohoo!
Camo Dave's mission started years ago while he was living out of his own van. What began as a simple cookout for people in the park has grown into a massive mobile operation.
Well, I started it when I was homeless, and I was living in my van for about a year and a half. And I noticed, people congregating in the park, and I thought I'd start having some cookouts. We served 50,000 meals in 1 year and 4 months down there.
Today, Dave and his daughter spend over 30 hours a week building food bags and collecting donations to keep the route going. Because Dave has been there himself, he understands the pressure the homeless community faces. He keeps his route discreet to protect the privacy of the people he helps.
When I first started, I was homeless. So it was homeless helping the homeless. I felt like that liaison person between the community and the homeless people. And I knew their needs best.
Word of mouth travels fast. Dave says the community communicates well, sharing resources as they migrate through the Tri-Cities.
We encourage the public to get involved, and that's how this exists. We always find a way to get rid of our stuff. We're helping the same people. They're all the same people. They migrate around, but they're all the same people.
And I love how you just can't miss him. The camo with the camo, it's perfect. And if you would like to nominate a volunteer in the community, please visit our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com, and you can nominate somebody there. And keep it here, because coming up next, Mr. Josh here is back with how your weather is looking for the rest of the week. It's coming up in that first alert full weather forecast. Any hints, Josh? Any active weather?
Still not a lot doing, but I want you to stick around because eventually there could be a little bit more active weather as we head into the weekend, so stay tuned for that.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks, and we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
Home isn't just walls and a roof, it's where hope begins. With Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity, you can build that home together with people who care. Our path to ownership is affordable and supportive, with education and partnership at every step. Wondering if you qualify? Fill out our online application. We are building in Benton and Franklin counties and in Walla Walla. Apply online today. Let's build the place you'll call home.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, click on Volunteers Count under the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts thanks Shelby's Floral and Hapo Community Credit Union for supporting Bikes for Tykes. If you know a child who needs a bike but can't afford one, click Bikes for Tykes on our website. From Shelby's Floral, Hapo Community Credit Union, and Apple Valley News Now.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Yakima. One weekend only. Yakima Sundo. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age, featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground and a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. This weekend only. Yakima Sundo. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Settling your own insurance claim can be risky business. For answers on insurance company settlement offers, call Allen Brecky Law Offices. To find out what your rights are under the law, call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. And we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is going to be a chilly week this week, but temperatures are mostly going to be normal for this time of the year. Here's what it's going to look like for this Monday in the Tri-Cities. It's going to be cloudy all throughout the day, and high temperatures are going to have a hard time making it out of the mid-30s. So you can see hour by hour cloud coverage and precip chances and wind gust and so much more by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Okay, here are the high temperatures over the next 7 days in the Tri-Cities. And you see, we'll be average, if not about 5 degrees colder than normal, but back up to around average stuff by the time we get to Sunday. So this is not going to be a lot of fun to be outside unless you're layered up. And then those overnight lows staying fairly steady as well, mid-20s through Saturday night. Then by Sunday night, maybe making a run for 30 degrees. Okay, shower chances could return by the time we get to this weekend. Now, it's going to be bone dry for most of the week as we have these areas of high pressure that are still shielding the Pacific Rim from any active weather at all. But this pattern looks like it could start to gradually break down as we head into the weekend. So what's that going to end up looking like in the Tri-Cities? Well, by Sunday, a low end chance of not only rain, but also maybe a little bit of snow mixing in, a wintry mix. 7 days out, a 20% chance. So just try to take that in stride, right? Okay, here's some of the snowfall totals we're expecting from 4 in the morning on Friday to 4 in the morning next Monday as that pattern does start to break down a little bit more. Maybe a couple inches of snow for mountain passes. You see, we're not expecting big time accumulations at all. In fact, no accumulations for now for lower elevations. This is still ways out. We'll have time to tweak the details of this forecast. Just know it's still a pretty inactive forecast over the next 7 days, but we'll see what ends up happening for this weekend. Here is 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, upper 30s and dry through Saturday, and then watching a low end chance of a rain snow mix by Sunday. In Yakima, the same thing. Not much doing through Saturday, then a little bit more interesting on Sunday. For Ellensburg, cloudy through Tuesday at least. We'll see if the clouds and stagnant air stick around beyond that. And then for Hermiston, our pattern will continue to be static over the next 6 days, perhaps more movement by day 7. And then for Walla Walla, dry and cold through the work week, but small chances of a wintry mix this weekend.
All right, check this out now. Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a federal holiday which celebrates the most iconic civil rights leader in American history.
Yeah, and here's something you may not know. January 19th is not his actual birthday. His real birthday is January 15th, which was last Thursday.
So you're probably wondering why we celebrate today, and that's because of something called the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, which calls for certain federal holidays to take place on Mondays in order for us to have long weekends. I'll take that.
Yes, well, King was born in 1929, and his involvement with the civil rights movement dates back to the 1950s. He led the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955 after Rosa Parks famously refused to give up her seat to a white passenger.
He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964, the same year the Civil Rights Act was passed, and King also spoke out against the Vietnam War in 1967.
He passed away at 39 years old after being assassinated while on a hotel balcony in Memphis, Tennessee. He would have been 97 years old today.
And keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we'll break down the weekend's top movies from a 5th straight win for Avatar, Fire and Ash to the new releases making a splash at the box office. And we'll have the final numbers and your entertainment news after the break.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits. including 24/7 telehealth.
Wait, through my ICCU checking account?
On it.
Along with a whole lot of other benefits you might need. Because being human is a full-time job.
A new year comes with new goals and smarter choices. Enjoy a new vehicle from McCurley Chevrolet while staying on budget with payments as low as $16 per day. Or choose a wide range of McCurley certified vehicles. All makes and models carefully inspected, and our certification is included in the price you see. This year, stay on track financially and drive something you truly love. Thinking about saving? Think McCurley Chevrolet.
So if we spend a third of our lives sleeping, shouldn't we try to get the best sleep possible? That's why Denver Mattress is all about that sleep life.
And during the January sell-off, everything is on sale. Save $150 off our Doctor's Choice hybrid lineup and take $100 off any Buena Vista mattress. Plus, purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift. Or get 60 months no interest and free shipping.
Improve your sleep life one night at a time. Only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
Train show steams into the Tri-Cities at the Benton County Fairgrounds on January 24th and 25th. There are 2 riding trains, including a Thomas the Tank Engine riding train for kids, a play area, and train videos to watch along with operating model trains on display. There are exhibitors from across the country with all types of trains and toys for sale. Don't miss the show at the Benton County Fairgrounds in Kennewick, Washington. For tickets and more information, visit trainshow.com.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
A sledding adventure. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Welcome back. In entertainment news this morning, we're looking at the weekend box office, which brought some big moves with a mix of sequels, thrillers, and surprises topping the charts. But 2 very different franchises went head-to-head for the top spot.
Now, from Oscar winners to animated favorites, Hollywood had plenty of stories to tell and a few unexpected shifts in the rankings. Now, this morning, David Daniel has the top 5 films in theaters over the weekend in your box office countdown.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Marty Supreme and Golden Globe winner Timothée Chalamet ping-ponged back into the top 5, earning $5.5 million.
Why do you want this job?
I just really enjoy being a housemaid. For the right families, of course.
The Housemaid fell to 4th place, dusting off $8.5 million.
Can you tell us about your journey to Dysfunction Junction?
Nothing dysfunctional about Zootopia 2. The animated sequel made $8.8 million for 3rd place and a domestic total of $393 million.
Many of the things we take for granted will one day pass away completely.
Despite great reviews, 28 years later, The Bone Temple opened in 2nd place with $13 million, well below expectations. Avatar: Fire and Ash held on for a 5th straight weekend title, grossing $13.3 million for a domestic total of $367 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
So many of those are still on my list, but I feel like I have to see Avatar in theaters to get that whole experience. So
Yeah,
I need to make a point to do that.
Yeah, I think that's a must. And, you know, sometimes we do these packages and it's like, oh, there's not a lot out there. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the past few months, that top 5 has been really appealing.
Yeah, and then some of them I can think like, okay, I'll just wait for streaming. But Avatar, I need to.
That's an in-theaters experience.
Yeah, I need the whole experience. All right, keep it here because coming up next, WSU Tri-Cities is helping advance sustainable aviation fuel. What exactly that is and how research in the Tri-Cities is going global. Plus, local families are getting a chance at home ownership thanks to Habitat for Humanity's new projects, and we'll break down how students and the community are getting involved. All the details are in your next half hour, but first, your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Elon Musk is reportedly seeking up to $134 billion in damages from OpenAI. Musk cites the staggering figure in a new filing in his lawsuit. He's accusing OpenAI of defrauding